Hey, I'm Max. Nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm Jamil. What year are you?
I'm a freshman. What about you?
What a shocker there. I'm a senior studying computer science.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm too. Do you know anything about robotics or robotics courses here?
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite topics in computer science. I've taken a few courses here at Northwestern.
Sweet. I definitely want to take some of those. My dream has always been to make my own personal C3PO, and I'm hoping to get started working on that here at Northwestern.
Well, Max, the field isn't quite there yet, but there are still some really cool things going on in robotics.
Oh, so if I can build my C3PO, why should I even learn about robots?
While the field of robotics is really different than robotics in pop culture, there are still some amazing things happening. Bill Gates even thinks that in a few decades there will be robots in every home. Imagine having robots do your laundry, clean your kitchen, even make you food. Beyond this, researchers are using robots to solve medical problems with tiny pill robots, like in the Magic School Bus. Robots are also being used to keep our soldiers safe abroad.
Oh man, like Terminator?
Not exactly, more like the Hurt Locker.
Okay, well that's still pretty sweet. I had no idea of how many cool things robots can do. What's the best way to get started if I want to get involved in robotics?
You can start by taking EECS 301 with Professor Argall. In that class you'll get some hands-on experience building robots. You teach your robots how to walk, follow walls, navigate and map mazes, and even tackle machine learning problems.
Oh cool. That sounds really hard though. How do you even program them? I don't know how to write code to talk to all of the sensors and motors.
You don't have to worry about that part. In 301 you use ROS, the Robot Operating System. It's a common platform that the robotics industry has developed to make it easier to get started programming for robots.
That's really cool. When is that class offered?
I think only in the fall.
I'll definitely take it then. Is there anything I can do to get started sooner?
You can try out Microsoft Robotics Studio, a code suite full of libraries that have been built to help make robotics programming easier and more standardized.
Nice, that's so helpful. Are there any other concepts I should get familiar with before I take the course?
Definitely. One of the bigger challenges in robotics is quickly reacting to changes in the environment.
Why's that? I thought computers were super fast.
Well, robots have tons of different sensors reading in tons of different types of data at once. Then the robot has to process this data and tell its motors what to do. If the robot tries to process all of that data in a giant list from top to bottom, it might not be able to react to the data that's at the bottom of the list before something happens. This is a problem all computers have to deal with called concurrency, or being able to process multiple things at the same time.
That's really difficult. Have they found a solution yet?
Yeah, Microsoft has developed a library called CCArc that helps programmers to write code that allows robots to process lots of different sensor data all at once.
Microsoft seems to be doing so much for the field. Are there any other companies doing cool things for robotics?
Of course, one of the most famous is Amazon.com. They've done a lot in using robots to optimize their warehouses. Rather than having workers go to the shelves in the warehouses to pick up items, robots retrieve shelving units and bringing them to the workers.
Oh cool. How does that even work? How do they not run into each other?
This is an example of swarm robotics, where a large number of the same robots work together to complete a task. You can learn more about that in EECS 395 with Professor Rubinstein. Amazon has also developed autonomous drones to deliver packages to people in under 30 minutes. The technology is actually ready to deploy, and they are just waiting on FAA approval.
So the drones will fly themselves? Is that anything like self-driving cars? I've heard a little bit about those.
Yeah, it is. They both use similar sensor and navigation technology in order to safely and efficiently navigate from place to place. There are some differences, though. Some of the technology that's in self-driving cars is already in cars today, like automatic emergency braking systems. Also, self-driving cars have the potential to render human-driven cars obsolete, making them just a luxury item like horses have become now.
Wow, all of this sounds so crazy and futuristic. I'm so excited to get involved and start contributing to the field.